Hey, what is going on, you guys? Welcome to One of Each, the Dumb and Hungry podcast, where we talk about our food adventures and our favorite food groups. I'm Angelo, the Dumb and Hungry.
And I'm Mychow.
And thank you for joining us. I hope you're doing all right. Mychow, we're back again. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I like kind of the setup you got back there in your new digs and everything. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's still a work in progress.
But tell me a little bit about it. What's in there, and kind of what you used to put that all together.
I mean, these are all just IKEA glass cases.
Oh, it is?
I forgot
Okay.
what they're called. Yeah, but it's all from IKEA.
Okay.
What can you see here? These?
Uh-huh.
Well, basically every figure you see is Ollie's. None of these are mine. These plushes are Ollie's.
Wow.
Except for that the Baymax hat. But yeah, so there's okay, that one's technically mine. That was a gift, but that's from, I forgot her name, that cat girl from Darkstalkers.
Okay.
Then you got Ram here from ReZero. You got Morrigan, also from Darkstalkers. That's a Bulma. That's a Moogle. You can't see the Moogle because of the microphone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's
and
fine.
There's this whole Love Live shelf here, mostly Nico. And then on top, you see my light sticks, at least. The Blackpink, Dreamcatcher.
Oh, sure. Okay,
Big Bang.
yeah. The big K-pop memorabilia.
Yeah.
That's good.
And then there's the big old Kiratori here on top of this case.
Who is
This
that?
is like a 300. Kiratori is like Rilakkuma, that bear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the bird character.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the little bird character, but it's a big plush. This is a $300 Sakura figure she bought. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It might be wild. Well, I mean, the ram that's facing the other way on this case, that's a $500 figure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she bought a couple of expensive ones.
Well, you definitely want to put it in for display, right? For everyone to see.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
That looks pretty good. So it looks like you got a little setup there now. That's like kind of your backdrop and
yeah, there's gonna be more stuff. I need to put more stuff in there personally.
Where's your stuff? Is it in your room, or actually you guys share a room? I don't know. Where is
this is the first time I'm actually on stream. The first time I turned on my camera since I moved here.
Oh my gosh! Okay. Well,
yeah. So my stuff's a little bit everywhere. Like I have a drawing tablet there, and then there's shelving on my desk now.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
And this setup here, is this mostly used by you or her? Do you split it? I mean, how does that?
Those are my desk.
Oh, this is your desk. Okay.
Yeah, I got an L shape.
That's pretty good.
Because she has her desk in the bedroom.
Oh, got it. Okay. So this is your setup.
Yeah.
But with her swag there in the back.
In the back, yeah.
That looks pretty good. Mm-hmm.
These two shelves are going to be mine, like for my stuff. So we'll see what ends up on there.
Okay. That sounds pretty good. Do you feel like you're settling in okay? Things are getting moved around and placed in, finding a home?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like a lot of our boxes are unpacked.
Okay.
Honestly, the stuff that's still in boxes are stuff that should probably go in storage somewhere.
Okay.
That's most of the stuff that's in boxes still. So.
Okay. Well, good. Glad you're finding places for them. I'm glad. It looks like you got a pretty good setup. So hopefully we'll keep using it, and hopefully I think it'll hold up.
At some point.
Nice. Well, what else have you been up to lately?
Honestly, a lot of eating, I will say.
Really? Okay. Well, tell me about it.
Relevant to this content.
Let's hear it.
What did we do? On Wednesday, we went to this place in K-Town, like down the street from our old apartment, called, what was it? It was Kimbap something. Palace? Kimbap.
Okay. And what do they serve up there?
As you expect, Kimbap.
Of course.
That was Kimbap Paradise. It's on Vermont and 4th, so across the street from Chateau.
Okay.
They have like regular kimbap, right? But then they had specialty kimbap too. Like, we tried 2 of those. There's, like, a pork cutlet kimbap, so it's basically regular kimbap, but pork cutlet instead. There's another one that was, like, cucumber mayo.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like cucumber mayo salad kimbap. That was pretty good, I will say.
Have you been there before?
We also first time.
Okay.
Yeah, the place down the street from our old place.
Right.
Never been
Exactly.
until that one time, till we moved away.
Oh man. Okay.
They had regular, like, Korean food as well.
Mm.
So I had, like, kimchi fried rice. She had, like, bulgogi top, vermicelli noodles of some kind. I forgot what they were
Mm.
called. But yeah, it was good. Definitely, and it wasn't too expensive either. So
Okay.
I'd say it's a good price for what it is.
Good. And you like the
Uh,
quality of the food and
yeah,
whatever. That's good too.
definitely. Because
Okay.
that place called Yellow House closed down. That was Oli's favorite cafe.
It closed
Um,
down?
yeah. Oh, did I not mention this last time?
When did it
Oh,
close down?
it was the last day of February, so February
Oh my
28th.
gosh. That's crazy.
That's right. You were out of the country, so
See, that's what happens.
that's funny. Yeah, exactly.
The economy
It's all your fault.
collapses.
The food economy specifically.
That's right. Oh, that's a
You
shame.
weren't there to prop it up. Yeah. So it was very unfortunate.
Yeah.
The Kimbap Paradise had kimchi bacon fried rice,
Mm-hmm.
which was Oli's favorite dish from Yellow House,
Mm-hmm.
but she didn't want to try it yet. She said it was too soon.
Oh, that's crazy. I was just
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump ahead. I mean, I was just gonna bring up that I don't know if we had brought it up at any point, but I remember you had mentioned from again a episode like way back that you had visited Yellow House or whatever as one of
Mhm.
your food spots, and some of my other friends had tried it out
Oh.
as a result of that recommendation. So
Mhm.
they had gone out there and tried it to protect their identity. I won't say their names. Just
Sure, sure.
per
We
their
only have one
request.
listener, so
That's right.
I already know who it is.
Oh man. So they tried it out and they liked it a lot. And then now
Oh,
hearing
okay.
and now flash forward now to hear that this place is closed down is real sad.
Yeah,
So
unfortunate.
glad my friends got to try that before its demise. So
Yeah,
that
apparently, it was around for 18 years.
18 years, yeah, that's a long
I did
time.
not realize.
I mean, again, this was even around the time when we were still in high school. You know, we're
Yeah,
visiting that place early on, and we enjoyed that a lot. So, um, that's too bad. Did they give a reason as to why they closed down? I mean, there's so
um,
many. Go ahead.
well, the only thing I saw, they said they're just taking a step away from the restaurant business,
Okay, okay.
so I don't know. I guess family or personal things came up.
I mean, I get it. A lot of people might attribute it, of course, like, oh, we got COVID and, all that, the shutdown and like slow business and whatever. And, it could very well have contributed to that.
Mhm.
A lot of factors there, but there's nothing wrong, as well. If you had a good run and you just want to, like they said, maybe step back or just focus on something else now,
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that. And to be applauded for running a, business for so long,
almost 2 decades.
Yeah. I mean, kind of, I'm going a little off track now, but it does remind me like um, um, Carmen's parents, they ran a restaurant for a long time, back in their hometown in somewhere in Nevada.
Yeah.
But, they were at it for like over 30 years, and then it came time, like it's, time to retire, right? It came to
Yeah,
that time when they had that run, and then they want to enjoy the other things in life and traveling and things and just relaxing. So there's nothing wrong with closing shop because for that. So I
yeah,
hope I just hope in this case, with Yellow House, that they kind of go out on their own terms.
yeah. I know in the Facebook post they shared, there was a thing at the end, there was like, "Oh, it might not be the last we see."
Okay,
So who knows? Maybe they'll open
there
something
you
else later
go.
down the
So
line.
maybe not the end, right? Maybe just another chapter to
Yeah.
unfold. So yeah, we've seen a handful of restaurants, certainly in LA and certainly throughout that. um, yeah, they've one way or another they had to kind of focus and maybe just refocus on like what's important to them and what's next for them. So yeah, that's fine. I mean, if wherever they're going to be, hopefully we can be out there to visit or support them. That's good. That's good. Cool. Well,
On a brighter note,
yes, exactly.
um, in this apartment, on this block, there's a new udon restaurant that opened downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I will say their udon's pretty good. Like their regular udons are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm not a fan of the specialty udons personally,
Do you know what the name of the
but
place is?
the place is called Aizen, Aizen.
Mm,
Uh, yeah, it just opened like maybe this month, last month, something like that.
okay.
And their udons are okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like the regular ones are good. Their specialty ones are okay. They have like an uni cream one.
Mm-hmm.
They also had one that's called a bibimbap udon, and it's basically just bibimbap, but instead of rice, it's udon underneath,
Oh, okay. All
which
right.
isn't bad. It's fine, but not worth the price. I would say
Oh, that's too bad.
it's like
Okay.
25 or something.
Really? Well, I guess
Yeah,
they're really capitalizing on the location.
partially, I'm sure,
Yeah.
but their sashimi is really good.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, like they have fried shrimp, um, or sweet shrimp. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
so it's just a shrimp with the head. So they give you the head to eat as well. That's very very good. Um, and just the fish quality is just really good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then there's
And
like a trade off. It's like
yeah,
what do you want to
and
eat?
all their other appetizers are really good too.
Okay.
Like there's a roast beef, truffle something,
Mm-hmm.
and it comes with a slice of truffle on it, and
Okay.
it's really good.
Nice.
It's really good.
And what?
What else do they have? Yeah, just their appetizers and sashimi are really good. Definitely worth going just to try those. Honestly,
Okay. Then it sounds like it's worth a visit just for that alone, huh?
yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
I mean, it's like almost like many other restaurants. You have hits and then you have misses, right? Or just
Yeah.
like it's there on the menu just because they know people like them and they'll probably
Hmm.
order them because it's like what they like familiar dishes.
Hmm.
So it's okay as long as I mean I'm glad it was not all bad.
Yeah, no, it's definitely they're okay. Like the specialty udons, like they have Oli really likes the dan dan udon.
Okay,
So it's basically dan dan noodles, but
yeah,
udon.
in an udon style,
Uh,
that's pretty good.
yeah, it's good. She liked it. She liked it a lot. But for sure, we all agree appetizers sashimi out of the park for that place.
Oh man. Okay, good. Now you got me worked up here. I'll definitely have to visit. Still haven't checked out the new place, so hopefully I'll get out there
Mhm.
and then just hit the town.
Yeah,
Um,
it's not bad. There's uh, four bubble places within walking distance,
you lucky. Okay.
all relatively good quality. It's
Good.
great.
I mean, it's just the convenience and the location and everything in of downtown in Little Tokyo. So good for you.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I anywhere else you've hit up or
Off the top of my head, for food wise, that's all I can remember. But that was both this week.
good. Hey,
So I don't know what happened last week.
ain't nothing wrong with that. It's okay. Well, as for myself, let me see what I can remember here. Um, since we last spoke, I've eaten various things, including
Of course.
including dim sum,
Oh,
out at
nice.
Atlantic, dim sum in Monterey Park, where what is that place called? Is it Monterey uh, Times Square or something like that? I forget.
The Atlantic Times Square,
Yeah. Oh, the Atlantic
where
Times
the
Square.
AMC is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Also, the dim sum place above the 24-hour fitness.
exactly. So after your
Nice.
workout, you reward yourself with dim sum.
Or you can just skip the workout entirely.
Well, you can take a set of stairs going up to the dim sum, so that's your workout
Exactly.
right there.
Wow, good enough. Good enough.
So I like that. So yeah, it was interesting because it had been a long. This was actually a visit with a couple other friends that you know that were not, let's say, John and Carmen, and I could not
Okay, not
rely
John
on
Carmen.
them particularly Carmen
Oh no. The
to
order. Yeah.
to order. But it turned out okay. Yeah, again, you just point out what you want, and you just try to, kind of form your words to something that sounds something like what they have.
Yeah.
Hargao,
Yeah.
shumai, those kinds of things. Those are the staples for sure.
That's all you need.
Yeah. So we had
And you
those,
didn't have to
and
get any durian items for John this time.
no, thankfully not. That wasn't even in anyone's radar. Thank goodness.
Oh, okay.
Actually, there's nothing wrong. I have no problem with durian. I think it's
Okay.
fine. But I agree. It can have it's a strong smell. But the fruit itself and the flavor is enjoyable. You know. So, but yeah, that was dim sum, and then that day, then afterwards, I had to pay a visit to Fossilman's, for some ice cream. So
Okay.
yeah, so I forgot what I probably had. I think there was a coffee flavor, and then I probably bought a half gallon to go of some flavor. It's in my freezer, but I'll find it. But Fossilman's, of course, is like always a good spot to hit up when you're in the area. So, there's that guy that's always there, right? That I don't know. There's like this guy that's like always there. That he seems almost intimidating. I mean, he's fine,
Oh, the
but like
employee.
the employee, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I at first I didn't see him. Like it was just all these like kind of young kids, and they were just taking, and they were just fine. And then I said, "Oh man, where is that guy?" And then I turn around as I was exiting, and like he's right at like one in the candy bar or something, like in the candy shop. I'm like, "Oh man, he's right there."
He
um,
knew. He
that's right.
needed it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Um, and then just the other day, I after work, I visited this spot in Redondo Beach called the Standing Room. It's called Standing Room. I think it's called Standing Room Restaurant or something. But the location in Redondo Beach is located inside a liquor store. You can see the signage for the spot and the restaurant, but like you have to go inside the liquor store, and then they have their own space in there to place your order. And this restaurant just offers a lot of different burgers. It's a lot of different flavors of burgers. They also have like fried chicken sandwiches and other things. But I was there for the burgers, and with a lot of Asian kind of influences in the offerings. And I'll be honest, I think overall I really enjoyed it. It had only come across, I've seen it in like various food lists from here and there, but I haven't had a chance to like go out there. But I finally did, and I don't know, I really enjoyed it. So it's in Redondo Beach. It's really close to the pier. Not at the pier, but really close to it. You could probably find parking and just like walk across, and you're there at the pier. So it's a really good spot. But they have many different types of different flavors. So for example, like I had what they call the cash burger, and I'll read off what we have here. We have bacon, which is always good, shishito peppers, an onion ring, and then with American cheddar, and then Korean aioli and hoisin barbecue sauce.
Ooh.
So this was I had looked at the menu, and there's so many things to choose from, but this one kind of caught my eye because I think of the onion ring and the barbecue sauce. It's like kind of those Western style burgers that I'm always trying to look for. Actually,
Yeah. Oh, really?
I think only because of my
Carl's
childhood
Jr.'s fault.
fascination, yeah,
Yeah.
of the Western bacon. So this
Hell
was
yeah.
right up my alley, and I really enjoyed it. But they have many other flavors and different price ranges too. Like I think like you can go. There's like a huge thing. Like their cheapest one could be like $10, for example, and then goes all the way up to this thing called the Napoleon for like $22. So you kind of have this whole spectrum of prices and all these range of toppings and flavors and things for the different burgers. So definitely enjoyable. And I hope I go back there again. But there's also another location there somewhere in Torrance, which is not, it's a little closer from where I am, but either way, I know I'm going to plan something back there because
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed it. So, but then speaking of, Redondo and the pier, it's one of those I would be remiss if I didn't visit as well. Another spot nearby. As I kind of alluded to, it's near the Redondo Beach Pier, and there's parking that you can get. Of course, you pay for it. But if in a case like mine where it wasn't such a busy time, you can find street parking, and in my case, I can walk across the street and cut through like this kind of apartment complex or something, and I'm at the pier. And there's a spot there, another burger spot called Proudly Serving. And this was a spot I had come across before. They were a pop up, and they were popping up mostly in like Culver City, kind of that west side. I tried them only a handful of times, but then they had since gotten a kind of a
Oh,
brick and mortar, but they're kind of inside a similarly like kind of inside a bar in this case. So you have this you have this bar. I think it's called Project Barley, something like that. But they have a
right.
space in there that you can order and get your burgers. And it's a smash burger, just like many others we've talked about. And just it's just a really well made smash burger. They got the burger, they got the the fried onion like the Oklahoma style, got the pickle and some of the sauce that they make on there. Overall, it's a great burger, so I really enjoyed that. They also kind of made a signature kind of thick cut fry, fried in duck fat. So
Hmm.
a little different flavor, different profile, but overall just a good fry. So that's probably serving out in Redondo as well. They're at the pier, so they're just right. Yeah, you just kind of walk along the pier and you'll find them. So um,
They also have tots.
they have tots too. You're right. You're right. So that's another thing to try. And they also have like the PS fries, which is basically like a bed of fries topped with like the burger stuff.
Sauce.
So
Yeah,
that's
nice,
can't go wrong
nice.
there.
That's not on the menu, by the way. So that's a
Oh, it's
secret
not
item, sir.
okay. It might be yeah, something a little hidden, but you have to look for it. So yeah, those were good spots. But then maybe in the last week or so, I'd also visited a couple other spots in Long Beach. One is called Schlap Muan, and I'd only come across these maybe through like reading some food articles on food, but Schlap Muan actually they make like Cambodian chicken wings, like Cambodian flavors, but apparently they are at Smorgasburg. And I
Oh,
don't know how
really?
long they've been there, but they're there, so they got to stand there. So hey, you can walk down there and visit. Hey, you're not that far. All
I
right,
don't know
just
about that one, but okay.
okay, fine. Oh well, you're closer there,
Walking, please.
but they've got a location out in North Long Beach, and it was a former like old Chinese food spot. They just took that over, which is pretty good. But they got great different flavors. They got dry rubs, they got wet sauces. It's a good like variety of different flavors, Asian, Cambodian type of flavors on wings
Mm,
that are actually quite good. They're pretty crispy. They're not dry or nothing. So something really enjoy. I'm definitely gonna pay that a visit again. Yeah.
okay. Question.
hmm
What is the seasoning that's called Cambodian dirt?
I think I had that, and I don't remember. And I,
Okay.
but I remember that I think that was one that I had. That's the dry rub, and then they
Okay.
have another one. I think this maybe the spicy garlic is probably the other one I had.
Sweet and spicy garlic.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
they've got some heat to them, but it's not like a torturous heat. It just adds. It's for the flavor, really. So you'll
Okay.
you'll feel something, but it's not overpowering or anything. But I remember having those, including the Cambodian dirt, which I don't remember what it is, but I thought it was great. So try it. You can let me
Sure,
know.
sure.
So that was Schlap Muan, and one other spot out in Long Beach, maybe closer to the Lakewood area, is this spot called Chinito Tacos, and I believe, yeah, it's like these, like an immigrant family, like immigrate to the U.S. and then they have influences, growing up, both in the Asian and like the Mexican communities. So I think from those they this spot kind of came up from that, and I don't know. I had a couple items. One was a chef special, which was basically a cheese crusted taco, and then filled with whatever meat you want. In this case, I had like shrimp in there, so you have this
Okay.
nice crispy cheese crust with your fillings in there. And then there was another. I had a burrito as well, which was called the Hangover, and that's basically almost like a breakfast burrito, effectively. Like
Nice.
you got the runny egg, you got the like chunks of potato, and then filled in this case with carne asada, and then also finished off with a cheese crust, which is pretty crazy. I mean, it makes sense for a hangover type of deal. I think that would do the spot. But for someone who doesn't really drink, I'm just there for the food. It was just very indulgent. But
Yeah,
I thought,
sounds good.
I thought it was executed very well. Even though it's very heavy, obviously being what it is. There are other varieties of tacos and burritos that they have, and so I'll make sure to visit that as well again. But those were a lot of the places we got to visit, and I really enjoyed those. So, but yeah, but speaking of more food, I mean, thank you for everyone for joining us again as we continue to talk about our food adventures and our local spots and pop ups filled with good people and good food as well. So, just some follow up here. We had our previous episode discussed our visit to Texas. We had just started that adventure, and we'll be giving you more of that shortly. But just some follow up on some items here. We had discussed one of the places we had gone to from the previous episode, VF313, which was a Detroit style pizza spot in Austin. And I
Hmm.
wasn't really sure what we had ordered. We had looked at a lot of pictures and things, but I really could not for the life of me remember what we ordered. So, to what you had alluded to earlier, that's why we have receipts.
Ah,
So,
nice.
I do have a receipt here of what we ordered, and we ordered the following: the Ambassador, the Omnivore, the Bobo, and the Cadillac. The picture you were asking about last week, which had the ricotta or those chunks on there,
Mm,
right? Those like kind of creamy
yeah.
things. That's ricotta, as I had suspected, and that was the Ambassador. So um, I'm naming those things, and you guys will maybe reference the link again. Where you can find that, and then you can see for yourself what those include. Um, Apparently, there was an order of arugula in there. It's like I don't remember eating any
God
of
damn it,
that. So
Maria. Just a random
I
order of
just was.
arugula. That's her fault, 100%.
Oh man, but I also remember there's some drinks here that they had ordered some ciders, some ale. I think I don't remember trying. Maybe trying one of them or whatever. But I think those guys enjoyed whatever they ordered there. But that was that was from 313. And then again, I had already mentioned the Yellow House thing. I was going to mention that now, but you already beat me to it. So
Yeah, I didn't
um,
realize.
yeah. So
Unfortunate.
so hopefully Yellow House, you'll come back and we'll enjoy whatever next chapter you have. But if not, and you go off to the sunset, that's fine too. I mean, hope you enjoy. You serve a lot of good food, a lot of good people to the community. So in a very unique kind of spot and setup there. So
Honestly.
yeah, it was great. So. Well, we continue to move on, and again, we're talking more about Texas. Apparently, it wasn't enough to just fit it into one episode because everything is bigger in Texas, and so we need more space to fit in all of what we did. So, um, from the previous, you can listen to what we had done previously, and we'll reference that there. But we visit a lot of good spots, including a lot of barbecue spots, including and pizza and tiny pies and all these good things. But today we're going to continue on that and talk more about what we did, including now, I guess, the most awaited and anticipated spot that we wanted to go to, which was now Franklin's Barbecue. So I think that day we had some other things planned in the morning, but I think because we had I don't know. I think most people valued their sleep more, so we slept in and probably didn't wake up till much later. So
Wasn't this the day we were also going to try to go to Valentina's?
that was the previous day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. On this day, we were going to go to a Tex-Mex taco place called Veracruz.
Uh,
But again, we didn't have time for that. So oh well. And apparently, we were also going to try to do we were going to do a hike or something.
please.
Thank goodness, got out of that one. So, um, but today is the day of Franklin's. So, for the few that's not, that don't know, Franklin's is probably one of the most well-known spots, probably in the last decade, easily, of Texas style barbecue. I'll say qualify that further, Central Texas style barbecue, but Texas nevertheless. But they are well known for their cuts of brisket, ribs, sausage, and even the occasional turkey. But the brisket is what most people seek after for Franklin's. And go ahead.
For reference, since we brought it up last time, for the Texas Monthly Barbecue list,
Mm.
Franklin's is number 7.
Yeah, they've actually dropped in that list, only because I think there are obviously like new places that have come up since then that have demonstrated excellence in Texas barbecue. But number 7 in the top list of 50 and in the top 10 isn't
Yeah.
bad, So
Agreed.
So we were
what was it? Because I don't know if we mentioned last time, Leroy and Lewis was 5,
5.
and then
Okay.
Interstellar was 2.
Oh, you're right. You're right. So it seems
So
we're working our way down the list.
through the top 10. Yeah, I'm going the other way.
And it may seem that even a few positions down, people might think, "Oh man, it's not as high as these other guys." But at this point, especially like when you're in this list in general, I think like there are just small nuances. I think in what is served and how food is prepared, especially with Texas barbecue. I don't know, like it. I think Aaron Franklin himself kind of says the best barbecue that you can have is the one that you're enjoying at that moment. And I think he's just saying that, because the preparation, the cooking, the fire management, there are a lot of different factors that go into the preparation of this type of food. That any one thing that changes can affect your whole experience and how you appreciate that food. But thankfully, it was overall, I'd say, a stellar kind of visit to for us. I'll say that before, most people, I almost feel like it's like a pilgrimage, for the Texas barbecue aficionados, that you need to make a visit to Franklin's, and more so, to those that you need to stay in that line. You need to wake up at like 5 a.m, get in line, and wait for until they open at 11. And I've done my share of that. I've visited previously in years past and been fortunate to visit there. I want to give a small shout out to Mr. Buzz and his family, because I'd met him and a few other people in line, and they were very nice, and we had a great time waiting in line together and talking. And it was a memorable trip, your first time visiting, and you just, the whole ambience and experience. But that was pretty cool. And but we're back again here with more good people, with our friends, including Maria, who's also part of the friend group. And and we had pre-ordered this time. So as much as I probably would have been willing to do the wait, we decided to pre-order, which was probably for everyone's best interest of time. So you can order online a 5-pound minimum. It could be anything, but a minimum of 5 pounds. So we did that. But also as a reminder for future, which we'll kind of talk more later, but don't forget to order your sides, because you can order sides too. Okay. We were just kind of, I don't know, I guess I was just in that mode that I just got to order what we had. And of course there's a scarcity issue too. Like, we only got so much left, So it's like, okay, we got to buy now. Lock in
we got
the
one
proteins.
of the last rib orders.
Yeah,
Like there were
exactly.
2 pounds of
Right.
ribs left.
Yeah, exactly. So we just had to order something. Our order again included brisket, ribs, sausage. So as we kind of do that, so this is our pickup here. So you don't go into the main restaurant. You can you don't go into this restaurant here. There's an area kind of far in the back, if you call it, a separate trailer where you can pick up the food, and they slice to order as you pick it up. So you come at your time, you let them know, and then they'll cut up your order. So we were concerned, I guess, or maybe I was kind of worried that um, usually those pre-orders are meant for takeout, so you don't really eat it in the restaurant. So we're planning, we're trying to find places to eat and try to have it, right, but maybe like a park or some place nearby. But we were very fortunate to find out that in that area there are benches and tables, just a few, but just enough to for people who pre-order that they can enjoy the food right there without having to go far or anything like that. It's not in the restaurant. It's just kind of this outdoor space that's in the lot of the restaurant, which I think was a great relief for me and I think most of us because we got to enjoy the food like right away. Um, so I mean, you remember, you kind of remember,
I mean,
that
kind
space.
of. Remember, we had to wait for some stuff.
That's right. I think what happened is because, as a reminder, sides are available for online pre-order, so don't forget your sides. But as a result, we didn't have sides, so we picked up sides from just another spot that would have them available pretty quickly, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But we also had a visitor as we sat by the tables, a cat that I believe hangs around the restaurant. And I don't know if it's official or unofficially, a Franklin, cat, but we had this little guy kind of hanging out with us. Beautiful orange fur, just generally very chill and friendly. I don't know. What do you think? Do you remember?
That cat gave no Fs. Like it would
just
not move anytime we
just like
wanted it
a
to.
just like a true cat. No
Yeah, but it's
regard.
like it's a stranger cat. You'd think that
Yeah.
it would be more wary around folks, but
Well, I
no,
think
it's a
again, I
cute,
think
cute
because it
kitty.
just hangs around the restaurant, it's it it
Just used to people.
it's its space, it's claimed its
Yeah,
space.
honestly,
So
yeah,
yeah, but I thought it was a friendly guy. So
yeah.
yeah, so very cool, very cool guy. But I know like people were ready to eat and like, yeah, can you just like step away now?
Like it was just wouldn't move from the bench. Like when all of us were there, we would take up
Yeah.
the whole
Uh-huh.
table and the bench.
Yeah.
But one person couldn't sit because the cat was like, "No,
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
feet."
But here's just a start of our of what we had our sampling here. We have the brisket, we have the ribs, we've got some pulled pork as well, and then two types of sausages, a regular sausage and I think a spicy sausage as well. So that's what we got to like dig into, and there's the brisket. Now I will probably, if ever there is a next time, whether with us or just myself or just another visit, we do an online pre-order. I'll just remember next time to really
To get sides.
request. Well, there's that. Thank you. Get sides. But also to request specifically for more like fatty
Oh,
cuts, more moist brisket. But that's not really to take away from the overall, I think, impression that we had from this. I think Franklin's is definitely one of the top hitters of just consistent, very good, excellent brisket. Whether it's a moist cut or a lean cut, because lean cuts, certainly can be drier, and they risk that being with less fat content, and with depending on how it's cooked and everything, it can dry out. But with Franklin's, they always manage to get it just right. Just something that's always enjoyable, whatever slice you get. Do you remember your thoughts on biting into this? You know,
Mm. That was almost 2 months ago now. But I do remember liking it a lot, like, of the places that we went to,
hmm
that was our number 1, choice
yeah.
as a barbecue place.
Well, honestly, when I think about it, at least maybe for you, um, because you didn't join us yet at Interstellar, then I don't
Mm.
remember if you had the chance to have the brisket there. And
I think I
then
did, but I mean, it wouldn't be the same.
yeah, probably wouldn't be the same. But and then at Leroy and Lewis, they ran out of brisket, so we didn't have the
That is
chance
true.
to get that too. So this was really the prime example to try it. So I think, I think with that said, I think it turned out really well. But yeah, I think personally, like, even though I probably have more lean cuts these days, I think
Mhm.
for the benefit of everyone, like, I would try to ask for more, because this was about, honestly, I think like 3 pounds of brisket. And maybe like, yeah, most of it were like lean cuts, which again is not
Yeah.
bad in this case, because Franklin's is great. But I think to appreciate a fattier, like what fatty brisket can be like that would be the thing to do. But and then we have more like of the pork shoulder, the pulled pork, which I know we joke often that pulled pork is kind of like a filler. It's just there. But when it's done right, it's seasoned a little bit more, and it and done right, like, it's enjoyable. So I think this was a good sampling to have as well. Um, and then we had our sausages. Sausages, I think, were great. These beef sausages. So had no qualms about, it just has a nice bite, just a nice flavor, good smokiness all around. So can't really there's nothing to really complain about or anything. So, and then of course our pork ribs. We were lucky because again, we had originally ordered, I think, 1 pound of ribs, and then when we came up to pick up the order, they asked, They asked us, "Do you want to add anything else to your order?" And we had asked, "Oh, is there still things available?" So apparently, like, depending on the ordering, or what they prepare for that day, or they can have extra quantity available. So in this case, they had some more pork ribs, so we added another pound to our order, which is a good move, and thankfully we
Yeah.
did. This was just great example of like pork spare ribs. So just I'm glad we were able to get more of that. So there's our layout. I'm looking at the plate here. Um, Jason got his souvenir, right, with the
Yeah.
small tray, which is great.
And then at the
But
top
oh
there.
my god, I should censor that. That's just not. I guess to cut through, the heaviness of a lot of the meats, not we, but someone previously purchased a bag of baby carrots to kind of
Maria.
munch through, in case it was too much. So good for them, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's a joint decision.
Yeah.
Maria, Megan, and
Oh, was it?
Carmen.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I hope it helped. But again, you can see here easily, like, we were served pickles and onions as well. So
Mhm. And the
I think
sauces.
that's more than enough. So the sauces were pretty good. They had like like a standard barbecue sauce, and then one was like a darker coffee flavored
Mhm.
sauce, and I think there's also a spicy barbecue sauce as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember anything that stood out for you for any
I
of
mean, they were
those?
all good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not usually a fan of coffee stuff,
Uh huh.
but I think I liked the coffee sauce. But
Okay.
the top hitter for the group was definitely the spicy though.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I liked it too, but I'm glad they did too. It's too bad. At that point, Tomo and Kinar had already,
Oh yeah.
they already left. Went to their family in Houston, so they were enjoying seafood, I think, over there. But they missed
Something.
out. They missed out. I tell you that right now. So Franklin's was an enjoyable experience. I think. I hope it was for you. But
Definitely.
it was great. It was great. And again, you can still like poke into the restaurant, look at the inside, see what it's like.
Mhm.
Obviously, you can take pictures, at the exterior and everything. And if we weren't there on a Sunday, if we were there probably any other day, we could have probably taken a tour of the pit room.
Mm.
So if ever we fall on a day where you're out there, check that out. That one's pretty good. But that's Franklin Barbecue. So I think overall that was like, definitely a favorite. Thankfully, so that's pretty good.
Did
Just
you
keep. Yep.
did you not take a picture of the sides or everything with the sides as
I
well?
think so. I think the sides are. I don't know if they're in this album, but
Uh,
I'm sure we did at some point. As a thank you for that. The sides are from Gus's Fried Chicken, which is I don't remember where they started, but they are a chain, and I don't know if they're based where they're based out of primarily. We have a few locations out here in LA, including Pico area and Pico
mhm.
and Burbank as well. There was also a location out here in Long Beach, but had recently closed.
Oh,
Yeah, but guesses. Go ahead.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, they're based in Tennessee. Okay, good to
Hmm.
know. But yeah, I mean that's great fried chicken. Even from a chain or whatever. Like I always enjoyed. Just as a reminder, I think Patrick also, he might have been the one that introduced me to that spot,
Oh.
but that was a spot that we enjoyed going to as well. If not for the fried chicken, for sure, like the mac and cheese. I was always a big
Hmm.
mac and cheese guy, so but always remember that spot. But we got the sides from there. Yeah, what we got mac and cheese. We got like you get
Beans.
beans, right? Did we get
I
like
think
a
they were collard
coleslaw?
greens.
Collard
Oh,
greens. Okay.
coleslaw.
Okay. Yeah. So, um, solid sides, and they were prepared
Hmm.
fairly quickly. It's just that, we had John and Carmen went to pick them up when they were ready. So they dropped. We stopped at the restaurant, and they went over to pick up those sides. But overall, everything still held up very well, and we
Hmm.
enjoyed our meal. So, um, yeah. So after that, then we were just so overloaded because that was a lot of meat. That's like at least 5, maybe 6 pounds of meat.
I mean, we finished it though.
I know, and that's why it's like we just kind of we just cleared out everything, including the sides, and yeah,
Hmm.
it was a very good. Thank goodness, in some ways, we didn't go to any other spots earlier because it would just probably been a
Yeah.
problem for some, not all. But after Franklin's, then we took a visit down to the area of South Congress. So South Congress is a strip
Mm.
of is a street, just a long street with a lot of shops and it's a like kind of a trendier area, but they got a lot of different places and things that you can walk down and visit and shop or eat and whatever. So that's not too far from downtown Austin, but that's one of the first stops we had made was out to this spot here, and I was asking you
Uh,
for the place, right? What it
yeah.
was? It's literally here on the spoon. It's Gelato
Yeah.
Paradiso.
Yeah. You didn't need to ask.
But we did so
Yeah, we figured it out prior.
because, as
So.
you know, I have a problem with reading and comprehension. So
To be fair, it's white writing on a light color spoon.
yeah, it can be hard. So it can be tough to now. This was gelato, so it's like a creamier ice cream.
Hmm.
It's not ice cream; it's like a creamier version. Um, but do you remember what you had out there? Because I don't,
I
even
had
though
a
it's like
shake.
you had a shake.
I
Okay,
remember it was
okay,
gelato coffee latte thing.
okay,
Forgot
and
what it was called, but it was good.
okay, yeah, I enjoyed this ice cream. Admittedly, over like Lick where we went to
Oh yeah.
previously. So
I mean, I think that's a consensus though.
I think so. Yeah. But Gelato Paradiso, it's in a kind of shopping complex on South
Hmm.
Congress. But that was like the first thing we saw after we parked. We parked at the structure and then kind of walking out, like we just see this place. So, I mean, it helped, some dessert, something sweet after, a lot of heavy
Yeah.
barbecue. So, um, that was good. That was good. Um, there's this is the like the complex or whatever that we're kind of walk into, and then like we kind of
Uh,
walk north on Congress for a little bit. We walk in that direction, and we come across this kind of event that's going on, and it's apparently like a chili like competition. I think like a cook
I
off.
guess so.
Is it a cook? I
Yeah.
don't know if it's a. Yeah, I think it's a cook off because we heard people like wanting to vote
There's
or whatever.
competition. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are different stands, and like I think it was a paid event, but we just walked in, and I think like even Jason just started like sampling anything or whatever.
It was free to walk in,
Okay.
but you had to pay to get samples. That's what that wristband is, that guy's wristband.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay.
I guess by the time we got there, they just stopped caring because
Okay.
Jason
Great.
was getting samples.
Great. Excellent. So that was interesting. You just walk around, a lot of good. It's like just a lot of people. There's a lot of music. Just
Yeah.
a lot. So it was a
There's a guy
fun
on a
look.
horse.
Yeah. I don't know where that guy is, but he's not here on this picture. But that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we continue walking on south, and we just come across um different things.
Yeah, this beanie,
So
this
bean.
replacement beanie.
That's right. I hope Megan is enjoying her new beanie.
I
So
mean, I hope so after she lost the other one at Leroy and Lewis.
yeah, that's a shame. That's too bad. But
Texas giveth and Texas taketh away.
oh man, yeah, just some pictures there. Continental Club is like a kind of pretty popular spot
How is it?
over there, but I don't know, just showing that there. This was a shop. This was a hat shop that we went into.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought like it was pretty fun with like some of the different hats here. You can see like
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I can't read it.
Well, one of them is
There we
clown.
go. The
Get it?
clown.
Like
Yeah.
clownfish, right? And the other one is like
Mm-hmm.
cash with a picture of a cow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you also
The
have
goat,
the
of course.
goat, So a lot of fun, play on probably should have gotten one. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, that's and then there's this shop called like Allen's Boots or something. Like this is like a place that people just go to like kind of see the vast variety of different styles of boots and colors and everything. It
Mm.
also shows they sell like cowboy shirts and pants and different souvenirs and whatever. But you go there because of the boots, you know. So we just kind of walked around and see there's different places that
Yeah.
you can go there. And then we took a walk. It's a little out of the way, but you walk a few blocks west, I want to say, but to this sign, like the Austin kind of welcome to, sign mural out there, so you can take a picture. That's probably one of the iconic views you can probably take a picture with out there. So, yeah. So that was yeah. South Congress it can be fun. It's like kind of trendy, and you can have a good time out there. So I don't know. From there, then we had to think about like what we were going to eat, right? So
I'm always thinking about what we're gonna eat.
yeah, I know exactly. So we had a few ideas lined up originally, and but I think we ended up going to this restaurant called Bar Peached,
Mm-hmm.
and that was thanks to Megan. She found that spot, and we were able to drive out there. It wasn't not too far, but it was already like kind of in the evening already. But Bar Peached is well, it's primarily a bar, so they serve drinks and things of that sort. But then they also have food stuff, which kind of has these like Asian and Korean inspired flavors and dishes that they serve. So we'll let me see. We can look at some of the places that we or some of the things that we tried out there. Give me one. So there's there's like kind of that neon sign of the restaurant. Let me also bring up I'm gonna reference the menu a little bit to see what we had. So what we have here is basically like a roll, a duck roll. So it looks very similar to like how you see beef rolls, in Chinese cuisine, but this is filled with duck. So you have this confit duck, you have cucumber, like shaved cucumber, green onion, hoisin. I'm just reading off here. Scallion wrapped in this scallion pancake thing with the chili sauce. So and may have some peanut in there. But did you have some of this? I don't remember if you tried some of
I
this.
don't remember either.
Yeah, the duck was it's pretty good, a little fatty, and just like a beef roll, but like with duck instead.
Hmm.
Do you remember what you ordered? I'll take that as a maybe. Did you have a rice dish?
No, I think was it fried rice? It might have been a fried rice
It could have
dish.
been a fried rice dish. I'm just trying to remember. Like we have this Malaysian fried rice. You
I
kind of
think that's
remember?
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So it has like chicken, shrimp, egg, and it had a little bit of the like again these Malaysian like a spice in there.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
so I don't know if well clearly it wasn't a memorable. Oh well, that's fine.
Nice.
That's fine. I mean,
Oh, that's the
but
fish.
we had a lot of other different flavors dishes too. This was
Yeah.
these were like fried fish tacos. So they serve that as well. So you have the fried fish, and then you have like a stack of tortillas that you can put it in, and with some sauces that you can like. I think one is a sriracha mayo, and another one is a cilantro chimichurri. That's what I'm looking at here. So
Okay.
that's what Maria ordered, I think. So those were okay too. I probably should have gotten this because it was even though it was fried, it was still like lighter overall because of
Hmm.
the being fish. Um, because yeah, I had ordered something else like pretty heavy. This was a this was one of the pastas, I think. This was the Mappo, I think, the Mappo Bolognese. So
Okay. I think
this,
so.
yeah, I think Carmen had ordered this one. This comes with a 5 spice pork, whipped tofu, Sichuan peppercorn, and on wheat chow fun. So chow fun is of course like the flat noodle, but apparently it was made of wheat. I did not know that. No wonder it different.
Whoa,
But
whoa, whoa.
being with the Sichuan peppercorn, then yeah, that has the kind of signature spice, the kind of mala type spice that numbs your mouth and whatever. So, um, that's what they had. That was also that was interesting. I think the pork on there was pretty good, and I uh, I thought that was a solid like kind of dish too. This one I actually didn't
Hmm.
get to try. I
Oh,
don't
really?
remember what it was, but it was obviously it's a pesto udon. So udon, right?
Hmm.
You talked about that, like those thicker noodles, but with like pesto in there, apparently with plum and Thai basil pesto. But I this is what I had. I had the peanut scallion pork som, which is
Mm.
pork shoulder, which is braised, crispy and braised, and they got a scallion sauce, and then you usually just kind of shred it up or piece it out and wrap it in these like butter lettuce things, and then you add like whatever they had, the pea and the pea shoots and radish in there. So that would I probably would have enjoyed that if it were not for the fact that we had just eaten like close to 6 pounds of Texas barbecue earlier that
Okay,
day.
but like that's never been a problem. We ate at like 1. This is at 6.
Right.
That's enough time.
Yeah, I guess so. What else? They also had
The pork
the
belly.
yeah. Well, this was also duck actually. Yeah.
Are you sure? That's not the
Um.
pork buns?
Oh. Okay. Real time follow up. These are pork buns with braised pork.
I thought you were
This
looking at the menu.
I am. I I
What
told
did
you
you think
like
it was?
no. You're right. It's pork
Oh,
buns. I
yeah, it's the pork buns.
yeah. Again, this guy has problems with reading, so it's anyway. Pork buns. Yes, as expected. Yeah, run of the mill kind of pork overall, and then we finish it off with like this bingsu dessert,
Hmm.
which I think is the main reason why we wanted to try it because of this dessert. So it's shaved ice, right, as bingsu would be,
Hmm.
and then topped with like sweet stuff, strawberry, some matcha in there.
Yeah, chocolate sauce.
Now, over we had a good variety of things to try here, but
Hmm.
um, I think if I remember right, I mean, like even though the presentation and everything was pretty solid, I'm not sure where this landed overall, like on our kind of favorite dishes here. It overall I think it was okay. Like, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it hit as hard as we wanted it to. Like, because we have a lot of these. Obviously, a lot of us are like Asian, or we have those in we know those flavors or whatever, and so to have them in these presentations was nice. But I don't know if like the flavor itself of the food was quite there for a lot of these dishes. I don't know what you think. I mean, it was just
I honestly do not remember.
okay,
Even
great.
for the whole group, I'm not sure.
Oh man, yeah. So that's what we have. That's fine. We overall again it was a the spot was fine. I think the only thing that really kind of threw me off was my pork salad was supposed to come with
Oh,
some
the
sort of
scallion.
with the scallion like pancakes, and but they didn't bring them. And then when they did bring them, they were like super hot, right? Like fresh supposedly,
Hmm.
but like they were actually kind of undercooked. So
Yeah.
it kind of was kind of weird, like biting into them because they're like kind of mushy and like not cooked.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but that aside, again, overall, it was a pretty good spot. I think, again, being there that we wanted to try the bingsu, we did, and I think we did like it. So, but again, we have
Yeah.
bingsu here in LA and K Town, and those bingsus are much larger,
What do
much
you
more,
mean?
much more. Sure,
Everything's bigger in Texas, yo.
right. I know you're right. You're right. But in some cases, they may have to learn a thing or two, but that's fine. Um, but yeah, that was our visit at Bar Peached, and then afterwards, I don't have a pic, but we visited a bar down on Sixth Street because Sixth Street is like a
Yeah.
stretch of road that like people like kind of party or they hang out or it's like kind of just very highly visited areas. But we were coming close to the end of the weekend, so probably not too much going on. Um, but Sixth Street. Um, we visited a bar, over there. You remember what we had? I don't remember. I didn't.
I mean, what's it called? Was it Carmen or Maria that
Mhm.
had a hot toddy?
Mhm.
I had an old fashioned, and
Okay.
I don't remember what the other drinks we got were, but I know that you didn't get anything, John didn't get anything. I don't know if Jason got something.
Mm. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So I
Yeah, we
mean,
had a
just to kind of say that we
we went
visited.
to a bar on 6th.
Yeah, exactly. So
Do you remember what that bar was?
I'll have to look it up. I'm not. I don't quite remember. So
'Cause I know it was near 313.
oh, was it?
Yeah, it was a little past it.
Okay. Well, I think it was another 313 location. Maybe
Oh,
not
okay.
the one that we went to. So yeah, but it's on 6th Street. I don't know if I find it. I'll share that. It's fine. Um, and then so that kind of almost wraps up like what we did on that day. But before we really wrapped it up, we kind of stayed up pretty late because we
Oh,
had
yeah.
yeah, you remember we picked up some Bluebell ice cream, which is
Yeah.
a brand unique to there in Texas. It's known for their very creamy kind of vanilla based ice cream, and it's definitely a it's definitely a different flavor of vanilla. Like it's a more custard kind of flavor. They use more egg, so you've got more of that flavor in there. But it's very nice. I enjoyed that ice cream. Do you remember having that too?
Well, first, fu we went to Lefty's Brick Bar
Oh, that's the name of the
on 6th
bar.
Street.
How do you remember
Yeah.
that? Because of your
I just looked up the bars next to, um,
three
Avenue
one
or
or
via 313.
313. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that was the one that was the familiar name.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Thanks for
So,
that. All right.
yeah. And then,
But
the Bluebell ice cream, I do remember that. It was actually well, by the time we had it, it was a little melty,
mm,
but it was pretty creamy. Like, it was really smooth ice cream.
yeah, yeah, I liked it too. It's too bad we'd have to see if there's any semblance of Bluebell that's sold out here. I somehow I don't know. I doubt it.
I
Like
haven't
you're not
looked
going to
this
find
up.
them in the grocery stores, that's for sure. So I don't know if you'll find like a specialty restaurant or something that happens to have it on the menu or something. But I don't know. We'll have to do some research on that. but I enjoyed that. But in addition to dessert there, we went up to the hotel room. We had dessert there, and then we
Mhm.
also watched a food themed movie. It was
Oh, yeah, as
the
we would.
menu, the menu. So the menu's got a lot of acclaim. I think a lot of recognition. Kind of being a interesting movie and its premise and its storyline and everything.
Mhm.
That's I don't know. It's kind of a bizarre movie, but it's supposed to have a
Well, it's dark humor.
yeah, dark humor. It's supposed to have a commentary on the restaurant industry as a whole, especially the fine dining restaurants that have high
Mm.
standards and just very strict kind of regimen on how they treat their employees and things like that. But yeah, you're right in kind of this dark humor package. I thought it was I had watched it previously, so I watched it again, and
Oh,
I thought it was. I mean, it was interesting. It's a fun movie, but it's yeah, it's pretty bizarre. I don't know. Remember your thoughts on that?
yeah, no, I did like the movie. I had no idea what to expect going into it,
Yeah.
uh,
Were there certain
but it was a
parts?
shocker, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it was a shocker. Yeah, I,
Yeah,
I wonder if there's certain
yeah,
points where you're like, "Oh my god, what just
yeah,
happened?" So, no spoilers here, but that's again, the movie's been out for a while, but if you haven't
yeah.
watched it, give it a shot. Again, it might be
I think
more
it's worth
fun.
watching.
Yeah, not to go in with any expectation. You know what I mean? Just go
Yeah.
into it. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Anyway, but that brought us late into the night, probably like 2 o'clock in the morning, and unfortunately I had to wrap it up because I had to leave the next day.
Early,
I had to
early.
leave early. I had to cut my trip short because of course my own doing, but um, at this point, I don't know. I can only speak to that. I slept for like a couple hours, and then John drove me to the airport, and then from there, you'll have to tell me all the other things that you got to do that day.
Alright, well, let me see this album. Alright, Machi, you're gonna say bye, doggo.
Hey, Machi. Uh,
So, let's see, what I honestly don't remember a lot of what we did in the morning. It had to have been the breakfast, of course, continental breakfast.
Continental breakfast, right? Exactly. Life's
Yeah,
conveniences. Thank God.
that's how we started, but what did we do in the morning? Because our flight was at well, they had an earlier flight.
Yeah, like, but it's in the
Um,
afternoon. Yeah.
yeah, it's still in the afternoon, so we had to kill some time. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing we did, we went to, what is that taco place? That's the taco chain.
Right. Torchies.
Torchy's?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we went to Torchy's for breakfast. That was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I think I
I
have at least one pic of the Torchies
yeah,
here. Um, does this look familiar to you at all? Is that Torchies?
that should be. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
only
a.
taco we had for the day.
Mm-hmm. So Torchies is
Uh,
like a chain of Tex-Mex tacos. I think we wanted to visit because namely, it was featured on the "What's Feeding Phil" series, on Netflix, and so I think that was like one of the first stops he made that he enjoys
mm,
very much, and so we wanted to try that. So I didn't get to. So do you remember
yeah,
like what you had and whatever from there?
it's their breakfast. Those are both breakfast tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let me look up their menu real quick because I know that I had a couple. I think that's the Wrangler,
Okay.
the one on top of that picture. That's the
Yeah.
Wrangler.
Okay. Let me bring that up again.
Uh,
Uh huh.
and then the other one, I'm not sure
That's okay.
of that one,
Well,
but that's
I
a
don't.
John one.
But do you remember what you had?
That's probably the Migas, actually,
Okay. Okay.
that one.
So these are
Uh,
pretty sizable,
yeah, it's pretty big.
tacos, right? Pretty sizable tortilla, and then loaded
Yeah.
with all these toppings. The Wrangler that you're talking about, is that like a slice of avocado on there that I'm seeing, or what is that
For
large?
the Migas, yeah,
Oh, the migas on the top.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The Migas is
Okay.
on the bottom.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm seeing the slice of is that avocado? I have no idea.
Yeah, that's like avocado on the bottom.
Oh, you mean that's
How
the
is it
bottom? I
split?
see. I'm thinking it's layered, right? I thought you meant
Oh,
bottom is
yes,
like in a layered
yes,
fashion.
it is on top, but the
Yeah.
bottom taco is a
Yeah.
slice of avocado. Is
Got it.
amigas, yes, yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's
But
see.
overall, yeah. I mean,
It was good, honestly, it was really good. I also had the ranch hand,
ranch
I
hand.
think.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, eggs, marinated
Yeah.
grilled beef, cheese, Diablo sauce.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I'm a fan of the States because I love flour tortillas.
Oh yeah, sure. So any excuse to get a flour tortilla. We've had our share of good spots with flour tortillas,
Yeah.
and I know you're a fan. They also serve queso. Apparently, did you try
Yeah,
the
they're
queso?
award-winning.
Did you think it
It's supposed to
lived up to the awards?
Sure, it was good. It was good. I actually really like the queso, I will say.
Okay, good.
Let's see, and I also had yeah, I had I think the Wrangler and the ranch hand.
Okay,
Yeah, so
yeah.
those are my 2.
So these tacos are like maybe like $5 or something like that, price wise.
Uh,
Um,
I think it was 2 for 6 or something like that.
oh, okay. So even that way, that's a decent value.
Yeah,
And
I would think so.
I think you, if I remember, you went to the one in South Congress.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was,
so
like, the one that we were thinking about doing tortillas for dinner the night before,
that's right.
but we ended up not. We ended up
Okay,
going to Bar Peach, right?
okay, okay. So you
So we
started
were like, "Oh,
off.
let's try this one."
So you got to start off with Torchies, which is good.
Mhm.
And then what happened from
Yeah,
there?
then we had even more time to kill, so we went to a we were trying to figure out what to do. It
Mm,
was bouncing a room or a shooting range.
an
Oh,
escape
because this
room
was
or
after we
kind
dropped
of
off Maria.
Oh, okay. Did Maria get to try the Torchies or at that point?
No, she wasn't there.
Oh, too bad. Too bad.
So that
Okay.
was the first thing.
Okay.
Coffee, drop Maria off at the airport, then Torchies.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, and then we had even more time to kill, so we went to a shooting range
Mm-hmm.
instead of escape room.
Oh, okay. All right. How was the shooting range? I mean, from if you remember, we had paid a visit to a shooting range years ago in Austin, but it was like an outdoor range.
Correct.
How was this one?
We went to an indoor range this time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was nice. It was actually really nice. Like, the displays they had for how their guns were set up,
Yeah.
it was basically like an armory. It was really cool.
Oh wow. Okay.
Uh, but we also had a handgun and a rifle.
Mm-hmm.
The guy got us on getting a suppressed rifle,
Oh boy.
so it was pretty cool because when you shot it, it was a
Mm-hmm.
lot smaller of a kick
Okay.
than you're used to. So that was
Yeah.
really cool.
Mm.
We did run out of time because it
Mm-hmm.
was a time-based range,
Yeah.
so that was unfortunate. We still
Mm.
had, like, a whole box of ammo, a box and a half that we didn't get to shoot.
Oh wow.
Um,
So they really
yeah,
stuck to that time limit, huh?
yeah,
Mm.
which is crazy, which sucks for us, but and, like, there was no one in line. It wasn't, like, a busy time, right? Because it was a
Yeah.
Monday morning, afternoon-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's too bad. I mean, I'm even comparing it both. Well, first to our again our visit years back at the outdoor range.
Mhm.
We just kind of very relaxed and at your own
Yeah.
pace or whatever. So you just use up So that was good. But then also like from when we went to the archery range a couple days back,
Oh, yeah.
that
Super chill.
it was super chill and like there were people coming in like I don't know what
Yeah.
the size of the space was, but like for this at the archery range there were still a lot of people coming in, but everyone is like super polite and like very
Yeah.
patient to let people finish and like go through whatever. So yeah, it sounds like it was kind of a definitely a different experience overall
Yeah.
with this one.
I think
So
the employees just because we were the only ones in the shooting
mm-hmm,
range part
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
at that point, like, other people were done. So I
Oh,
guess they
okay,
just didn't wanna be there anymore
got it, got
because
it.
someone has to be there to supervise people, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
So I
Okay.
guess the guy just was like, "I don't care, get out," which is unfortunate because the guy who at the counter, he was really friendly, he was pretty
Okay.
chill.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so
Well,
it
I
is
don't
what it
know.
is.
If you've if you're on a time schedule and you want to get in and out, quick, then maybe that's your spot. But otherwise,
I guess
maybe you got to
so.
look elsewhere. You know,
Yeah, it was called The Range at
the
Austin.
range. Okay, the range
Yeah,
at Austin. Cool.
but yeah, the shop part was really cool.
Mm.
It looked really nice. They even had an antique section,
Mm-hmm.
so it had, like, they had guns had dates on them,
Mm-hmm.
like, they had dated ones, which was really cool. Old
Okay.
flintlock pistols and like that.
Interesting. Okay. Well, good. Good.
Yeah.
Well, well, from there, then where did you? I bet you were
We went
famished.
to, oh, yeah, always
Yeah.
super hungry. We went to Terry's P. Terry's,
Oh,
sorry,
P. Terry's. Yeah, we had come across that place early on,
so many
and
times.
when we were just curious, like, what is this place? You know, it like looks kind of old school almost.
Yeah,
The exterior and
and
everything, but
it always had, like, a decent sized line, right? We were
mm,
always a little curious.
mm-hmm.
Uh, so we had even more time to kill,
Yeah.
so we decided to go to P. Terry's.
Okay.
Um,
And
we only got one bag of stuff because we were planning to go to Whataburger after as well.
right.
Um,
Okay.
so it's just like a couple cheeseburgers, an order of fries shared between all of us.
Well, if you can explain then to the listeners and viewers, like what exactly is P. Terry's?
Honestly, P. Terry's is like what I imagine that was back in the day.
Oh,
Like
really?
simple
Okay.
burgers,
Uh huh.
yeah,
Yeah.
for low price,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like old school style burgers.
Okay. Okay.
So, and their fries were the same, about the same style.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
It's
really good.
interesting
I liked
because
it.
obviously there is In and Out at in Austin, right? And I just pulled up the menu here, and I mean, this is more or less the menu, right, that you've come
Mhm.
across.
Yeah,
It's super cheap. I mean, a burger is just
yeah,
under $3, a double
like
under
combo of
5.
7.
Yeah, and they got chicken patties here and veggie whatever. Um, I mean, yeah, you're right. It's a very simple menu, and they have dessert
Um,
stuff, breakfast stuff.
yeah,
They
we
got
got banana bread.
shakes. Dang. Okay. So, overall, I mean, being that comparison to In and Out, I mean, does that, I mean, flavor wise too, and delivery, does it kind of remind you of that in that regard too?
Not really,
Okay.
because the thing about In-N-Out, right? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm from LA.
Uh
I
huh.
just remember the flavor of In-N-Out more
Oh, sure.
than I
Yeah.
do from P. Terry's, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But yeah, I think.
But it was also smaller. Like even that cheeseburger is
Oh, really?
smaller compared
Got
to
it.
an In-N-Out cheeseburger.
Oh, is it? Okay. Okay. Um, but yeah, I did hear that comparison, from the group, like a lot of to In and Out and whatever. So, but like I said, like no one's at In and Out in Austin. Like it's bizarre seeing it coming from LA. It's like, what
Yeah,
is wrong with these people? It's like, what are you guys doing? Right?
y'all missing
Um,
out.
yeah, exactly. Um, okay, but it sounded like though, like P. Terry's is a good spot, like kind of a solid spot to
Yeah,
try.
definitely something to go,
Okay. Okay. Good.
and it was quick. It's,
A
drive
quick
through,
bite.
it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
The banana bread wasn't bad. Like, it was
Nice.
pretty moist considering
Okay. Got an
fast
interesting
food banana
addition
bread.
of something like a banana bread in there, but
Yeah,
hey, I'll take it. Nice and sweet. Um,
yeah,
and then you had just mentioned that you had saved some more appetite for Whataburger, which is
yes.
the direct. I know the direct compare make the direct comparison to the In and Out here, right? People from your Whataburger fans,
Mm,
talking smack about the In and Out fans and vice versa, right? So, tell me a little bit about the Whataburger experience.
yes. So we went to that Whataburger, the one by the airport.
Okay.
That was the one we went to, so no drive-through, that was fine.
Okay.
Um, fries, we were told, according to Tomo told us, according to Kanara's family in Houston, that you don't go to Whataburger for burger, you go there for the patty.
Okay.
So we all decided to get a patty.
Okay.
It was still good, like, it was okay. I would I would not put it at In-N-Out's level.
Probably
Um,
not. I think they
yeah,
target different, different things there.
yeah,
Um,
but, their fries were good, I did like their fries. They got shakes,
hmm
I don't remember. All I remember is we ate so much that everyone was really bloated on the way to the airport.
I mean, because of even, of course, of the other places you had visited prior, right? That's what you, including that?
But yeah, well, that because we went to Peteri's and then
Right.
went here because Torchy's was probably like 4 or 5 hours ago by then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it was, I will say, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nice change of what we're used to here.
Okay. That's good. That's good to hear. But yeah,
But their sizes
Whataburger
were pretty big.
Whataburger is just I mean, we had visited Whataburger too, right? Even before.
Yeah,
And I think we
yeah.
were just hungry. I think, we liked what we ate,
Or
but we were
drunk.
like we were hungry and or drunk, of course. But
Because we went to
yeah,
Whataburger twice, didn't we? When we were in Austin that one
I
time.
think so. Yeah, you're right.
Once when we landed, and
Once we
once
land,
after the
yes.
boat.
Yes, that's right. As a last
And I
supper.
remember, I don't, I remember liking it more last time. It could have been because of the drunkenness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, again, you have your Whataburger fans, you have your In-N-Out fans, and they like their food for different reasons. And it's not to say that one is necessarily better than the other. I don't know, comparing to interest, but I think they target, different things, right? They achieve different goals as far as the kind of food that they deliver. Of course, being from California and LA, I think we're partial to In-N-Out. So I think we, as they say, we are In-N-Out stan, right? Stans? That
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
Soccer
good.
fans. Sure.
All right, good, good. I don't know. I'd love to try it again at some point. The Whataburger. I have to find there's one closer, right? You don't have to go all the way to Texas. You could probably like in Phoenix. I don't know.
That's still pretty far.
Okay, fine. One day. I'm in no rush. That's fine.
You'll be back in Texas, I'm sure.
Oh, you're right. Oh man. Okay. So that was I think that kind of wrapped up like that whole day, right?
The trip.
Because then after that
We went
you
to the airport after.
yeah. You had to wait a
Yeah.
little later than because your flight was
Yeah,
a little
a
later,
couple
right?
hours.
Did you get to kind of explore the airport a little bit or walk around or
We got to the airport early enough that we got to walk around. Yeah.
mm,
But even after they left, I was just sitting reading a book.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. That's cool.
Yeah.
I think that kind of wrapped up that trip. I still think overall it was a great trip. I don't know about you. I thought it went very well.
Yeah. Power outage aside.
Well, again, we were saved by some divine forces. So,
What was her name?
Daisy?
Daisy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your future cohort.
Flower power. Yeah,
Hey.
that's good. So, that was our trip to Texas. Again, overall, I think it was a great trip. Even with all the misadventures aside, I mean, like it made for a fun experience together. So, all these places, we're definitely going to share and make sure that where we went, and hopefully that's something like you can visit too. We got to think of the next place to go because I don't know. We just got to think. I think we mentioned things like even cruises and stuff now.
Oh, yeah.
We should go like on a cruise or something. I don't know.
Are those still around? Those are still alive?
Are cruises alive? Is that what you?
Yeah. I mean, I thought the whole COVID thing would have put cruises in general out of business.
Well, there's some still standing. So
Oh,
maybe
surprising.
we'll find ourselves in one of those. But yeah, in this trip, this was a good one. A lot of good food groups covered. Again, foundations and essentials in the food groups.
What did we cover other than barbecue and burgers? Pies? Ice cream?
Right. Well, there's plenty to cover, but it looks like we've come to the end of another episode. So thank you for joining us. We're excited to bring you more of our adventures with good food and good people. So make sure to reach out on Instagram. I'm at Dumb and Hungry. He's at my_chow. You can also reach us by the electronic email, hi@dumbandhungry.com, where you can send us your feedback and your love letters. You can find the videos here on YouTube, and then you can also find the audio wherever fine podcasts are served. But until next time, I'm Angelo.
And I'm Mychow.
And on your next food adventure, remember to try one of each.